And we are live. Hello everybody and welcome to D&D 5th edition. I'm joined here. My name is JC or Jacob. I'm joined here by 5 lovely people. We're just going to go in this general direction to start off with. So I'm joined here by Helminia. I'm joined by Cody. I'm joined by Suzanne. I'm joined by Jazz. And I'm joined by James. All 5 wonderful people coming to play in the nation of Usapait. For a small bit of a reminder of just getting back in, Usapait is a separate nation from the previous world of Paphlios. They are separated by a ocean, and Usapait, in contrast to the melting pot that Paphlios is a rigid, Elven-dominated society. As such, everyone has either been an elf or someone else, but that is besides the point, as we are specifically taking a look at the city of Alinar Orin, the border city between the northern region of the High Elves and the central region of the Wood Elves. Mostly High Elf dominated, this place is a travel port that most use to visit either one region or the other, mostly passing through. However, 4 of our heroes that we were following along last session found themselves stuck there. And as I go through the recap, as promised, to Jess, who'd put in a lovely little Twitch chat donation. These are required to be on for the entire recap, so I'm going to get those fitted. But before I do the recap, make sure, if you're tuning in for the first time, hello, welcome. We'd love to have you here, and we'd love for you to stay here and enjoy the game with us. If you enjoy what you see, please do not be afraid to follow us, or if you would like to get more general updates, we can scroll down the Twitch page to the Discord, and you are able to join there and keep up to date and get notified whenever I go live, either on this Twitch or YouTube. But with that, let's jump in. We joined 4 people as their paths crossed. Glairon and Aelion trying to exit the border city. Did you just notice? Coming from the border city and attempting to get back into the northern region. Yoi coming from the north, attempting to get into Alinar Orin, and Ophelia attempting just to exist. All were placed in holding for various reasons, most for just various questions that needed to be asked, others for disturbing the peace. And the 4 of them had a small bit of talking about how long this process was going to take, with different ideas of how troublesome this new interesting development to border policy would affect them. However, they were then visited and had rude remarks made by a halfling woman who had appeared at the window, who informed them that most likely, according to rumors that she is partial to, they would not be getting out of there, as they are just starting to grab people attempting to get in or out of the city. With this information, they took her favor of getting out, where she cut through the bars using a bit of arcane prowess and the four of them were led to a small restaurant where she had requested them to consider an offer. There's a couple things that need to be done around the city, and she is looking for some assistance. However, she could not guarantee that it was completely above the book, and as such, raised doubts in some people's minds about whether they should actually take her up on the offer. She pressed no further. This halfling named Becca allowed them to leave freely with a free lunch to their name. And the four of them, knowing that they have technically become criminals at this point of time, breaking out of holding, should stick together even if it's just for the time that they're in the city. With that, they went to a inn on the lower end of town. They had identified through a note that Becca had given one of them. And upon looking around for some things, Ophelia struck up a betting wager along with Alan. I said the name wrong, and it's going to keep happening. I'm sorry. Alan.
Alan's pretty funny.
Alan. I'm just going to keep finding different ways to say it wrong. This is going to become a thing now. And with Ophelia showing her hand in the form of having gold to people who are betting silver and copper, intimidated them out of the money, and instead, returning their bets to them, used it to persuade one of them to reveal information about where this halfling might be residing. With him saying he knows and allowing him to keep the pot minus a lot of gold, but letting him keep his finances and the finances of his more cowardly friends. He said that he would show you where she resides. As such, the four of you decided this was your best opportunity to get the jump on someone who had the jump on you prior, and followed him out into the evening air, seeing where this goes. And that's where we left off. As we pick up going through the southern end of Alinar Oren, I would love for you all to remind me and the audience how this marching order is. The half-elf who is leading you is obviously at the front, but how closely are you all wanting to follow him? Is anyone trailing behind, or are you all in just this tight-knit group as you walk through the kind of still paved but very easily showing wear and tear side streets?
I assume Glavin and I are dragging the cart around.
Yeah,
so we're side by side.
The sled.
Yeah. Sled.
Yoy?
Yoy will be in the back.
Okay, so it is the half-elf who is leading you all. The three of you are kind of bunched together behind him, and then Yoy is bringing up the rear. Is there anything any of you would like to specifically be doing besides just following the your guide through the city streets? All right. Well, as you all see the he pulls you, and you're still in the southern edge of the city, going to the southeastern end. The places here are incredibly, we'll say, weathered, old, beaten down. There's those kind of places and houses where if one small thing can be overlooked and let to rest and rot, every bit of the house that you see in any of them that you pass have had this happen more than a dozen times over. Cracked bits of roof, windows, some bits of rotted wall. This is definitely the less expensive side of Alinar Oren. As the four of you are led along, you can see the half-elven man just kind of almost looking around, almost counting, like he is counting the number of houses, that he knows it more on either the number of houses that pass or the number of blocks that pass more than by sight alone. Eventually, he stops after 20, 30 minutes of walking from where you all had started at the bar. He kind of almost like double checks to look and confirm what he himself has seen, nods, turns back. That's it. And points, and you can see about 60, 70 feet away from you guys, standing on its own, standing with its own is a better way to say it. This older house, a comfortable size. It does deserve to be called a house and not a shack. About maybe 55 feet wide. You can see this building with a like small graveled path leading to it from the pavement that looks like it's just had a bag poured out on the street that no one's bothered to clean up to make this kind of makeshift path to the doorway, because the doorway is on the left side of the house, not in the center. You can see some dim lightings through a curtained window on one side that you can see. No windows on the front, and a kind of older wood with reinforced metal door. That's it. Kind of shifts uncomfortably at the pause.
I'm gonna set the sled, or I guess lay my half the sled down and kind of approach the door then.
As you begin walking towards the door of the house, the half elf just kind of like straightens his jacket. He's like, "Well, that's all you had me here for," and begins like. He like shoves his hands into his jacket pockets and just starts walking back the way he came, leaving the four of you here.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Do we just knock on the door?
I mean, yes.
I'll approach and just knock on the door.
Okay. You step up. This knock that kind of rings out off of the wooden door. The moment passes. 10 seconds. 20 seconds with no response.
I'll turn back, and you don't think we were meant to wait for her at the bar, were we?
I think that's probably what she meant for us to do.
If that were the case, we likely wouldn't have been brought all the way here, though.
I mean, didn't we sort of intimidate the guy into bringing us here?
Check the window.
I guess I'll take a walk around and see if there's any windows I can peek through.
Yeah. Are you? I've already described that there's one window on the side of the house that was kind of facing you. The front doesn't seem to have any windows. It just has the door. Are you just gonna walk up and look in the window?
I suppose so.
Okay. You all watch as he goes and just stands next to the window and looks in. I'd say you don't. Well, one, there are some curtains that are like over the majority of the window, but I'll let you make a perception check to see through the slit.
Must be pretty dark out here, because my perception was an 8.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some like old scuffed wooden floor, dim light that is obscuring most anything else, but you're not able to see much more.
Okay, I'll I guess go back to the group then, and doesn't seem like there's much action going on in there. We might want to turn tail and head back to the bar.
She probably thinks we're someone here to cause her harm if she's as infamous as she says. JC, question.
Mm-hmm.
How, if I was to be propped up on the windowsill, would I be able to see the door?
I mean, you don't know. He couldn't see the door himself. Using just general math, if there's not a wall in the way, if it's like if it's one room, then probably. If there are walls, I mean, those are, everyone always says they're better doors than a window. But if it's not blocked, then yeah, easily enough. But if it is, obviously not.
Take me over to the window, please.
I'll take Ophelia over to the window
Okay.
and set her on the sill if it's big enough.
I mean, you're basically having to hold her up there. There's not like a jutting windowsill.
Pay no mind to what you're about to see, okay?
I understand.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pull the curtains open to see more into the building.
Okay. Perfectly fine. As you summon this ethereal hand, this extension that, as long as you can see it, you can work with it. And through the small slit, these ethereal fingers push the curtains aside. And from it, both of you can more easily see. One, there is an immediate wall to the left of this window that would block the obvious sight of the door. As you look straight across, you can see that the majority of the house does look to be one room. At the very least, the back half that you can see, because in the far corner there is a well-sized table with a bunch of chairs, and you can see some like hard-looking bread or salted meat that is on the table as well. You can see a fireplace that has a large iron pot next to it that does not look to have any food in the moment, and the fireplace is dark. You can see next to the fireplace, against the wall, there is a cabinet that looks like it has a bunch of bags that you would assume would be some type of food, and barrels that you would assume would be water or some type of alcohol. And yeah, it looks like a large dining / kitchen area. And then you can see that wall to your immediate left that blocks your view of the front of the building. And that is what you can see.
So, fun fact, I do not need to be able to see where the hand goes. A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. It vanishes if it ever is more than 30 feet away from you, or if you cast it again. You can use action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open and unlock door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. It does not require sight by that description provided to me.
Sounds good.
I'm going to unlock the front door.
Okay, that front door, due to the size of the house, is more than 30 feet away from the window.
Okay, now we're going to unlock the window. We'll do it this way.
Gotcha.
She wants to be annoying about it. We'll do it this way.
Okay. You have the mage hand kind of push on the edge of the window, and you can see that there is a kind of like slim lock on it. It looks like it is one of those manual locks. I actually don't know. Is the mage hand just able to use an object?
Manipulate an object, open an unlocked door container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial.
Okay. Since it's not a key in the lock, I'll say this is workable for you. The mage hand kind of clips their fingers underneath that small twist of iron, pulls it open, and you can feel or hear the kind of pressure of the window as it kind of unlocks itself.
Why don't you go first? I'd hate to be noisy about it.
Okay, I'll set Ophelia down and kind of try and, I guess, boost myself into the window.
Yeah.
Glancing down to make sure there's nothing that will make too much racket or
Make an investigation check.
This motherfucker.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yoingler, and you see him begin to climb into the window.
That's a harsh 3.
That is a 3. You don't see anything that would be dangerous.
All right, I'm gonna go for it then.
Okay.
I've been put down. I can't check.
Yeah, you go for it. You climb over. The window does not have anything dangerous in it or behind it. You place yourself down onto the wooden floor.
I will slowly, I guess, creep down to try and look, around past that wall if I can. And kind of just investigate a little bit.
Okay. I am going to show you some stuff, I think. As you are creeping around. So, let me just get this. Okay. Here we go. This is what you see.
Orient me here a little bit.
You know what I should have done? I should have put your PNGs in here, but I am dumb and unworthy, so let me just find something stupid to throw you in here with. Badass enough that I don't think you'll care. Okay, that's you. And that is the window that you have just... That's the window that you just climbed through. Let me give you control of it, and you can let me know what you want to do as I pull up the screen for the stream.
I think I'm going to just, I guess, start by creeping around the corner and trying to get to the front door to just unlock it and let the rest of the group in.
Okay. You're going to be quiet about it or just walk over?
I'm going to be pretty quiet, pretty soft stepping.
Okay,
Yeah.
Please make me a stealth check.
That was a natural 20.
Okay.
With a +0, so just a 20.
Just a 20 is still pretty good. So, let me grab that. And you move over to the door, and you can see that it is a key lock that is stopping you. So, let me know what you would like to do next.
I am fairly confident there is nothing I can do about that. Are there hinges on the other side of the door?
Like, hinges to like,
Remove the door.
Remove the door?
Yeah.
I mean, there are hinges on the door, yes. How would you like to attempt to remove them?
I have a crowbar, but I don't think I should do that quite yet.
I mean, that is pretty intense.
Especially considering I just snuck over here. I guess I will, I'll head back, sneaking back over to the window. Actually, yeah, I guess before I do that, I'll kind of like whisper through the door to hopefully Glaren and Yoey on the other side.
Okay.
It's locked on both sides, so I'm not sure how we can get you guys in, unless you want to try the window. Okay, I'll meander back to the window, sneaking back over there.
Okay.
How...
The other two of you are just standing that distance away from the house, unless if you'd like to go up to the window with Ophelia and...
I'd like to go up to the door.
Okay.
And I don't have any, like, thieves' tools or anything like that, but, how difficult does this lock look in general?
I mean, it doesn't look the best kept in line with the house. I mean, it looks like some amount of force applied could break it, or some amount of force put in the correct place could jam it open.
Can I see about jamming it open?
Sure. I would love for you. You do not have a thieves' tools with you?
No.
Okay. Do you have any item that you could try to use as thieves' tools, or are you just going to try to use your...
I'm trying to find out what's all in my weaver's tools.
Weaver's tools?
Oh, there's for sure something in it that you can use, man.
Weaver's tools?
Weaver's tools? My internet feels like it might be...
It's okay. Weaver's tools.
Oh, there's needles.
Thread, needles, and scraps of cloth. You know how to work a loom, but such equipment is too large to transport. I agree with that, D&D.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
You just pull out a loom. I got this, guys. This will
Got it.
open a door.
Built
Yeah,
better,
can I
built
try and
better.
use my needles to bobby pin open it?
Sure, you can give it a go. This would be a straight dexterity check.
Dex. Oh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Wow.
I rolled a 19 and I have +1. So, good roll on the dice.
You're throwing some stuff out as the door is. You hear this click. And with it, the door handle moves freely, and you are able to swing it open.
Okay. Is everybody over at the window?
Yes.
Seems
Well,
like
Yoi's
everyone else
just gonna
is.
walk in.
Okay.
Walking through the front door and stand behind Alon and just wait patiently.
All right. And two of you are in the house now.
I suppose that works as well.
So can we see that the front door is open now? I'm
I mean,
assuming?
she just walked in. If you're from the window, you can't see the door, but you know, unless if she got in through some other mystical way, that the door has been opened.
Is there any way I can reach down and grab Ophelia if she's still by the window?
Why don't you just let me carry her through the front door?
Oh, that works too. I just didn't know if you were, where you're at around the house.
Yeah, I'll pick up Ophelia and we can just go to the front door.
Okay. All of you have entered this building. You can see what is laid out before you, and what would you like to do? You stand triumphant.
I'm gonna try this door next to the window.
Yeah. It opens, and what you see is a humble bedroom. There is a dresser, a closet, this kind of like, it's a dresser and desk, and then this bed, smaller bed. You'd imagine it'd be just fine enough for her.
Fair enough. Is there anything in that little desk there, or is that?
You're welcome to go rummaging through if you want to.
I'm gonna tell someone in the party to go close the door though. Too many
Yeah,
footsteps here.
Glyron will go close the front door.
All right, I'll just briefly open a drawer. I don't want to thumb through it too much.
All right, you can make an investigation check. The looting roll.
I'll ask you to close and lock the window.
That's a flat 12.
It's a flat 12.
Do I win?
Sorry, there's just something popped up. As you kind of leaf through, there are small things like recorded receipts of flour or different groceries or a saving that she has stashed somewhere else. But these look like just financial records. And they all look very, very, what should I say, mundane.
Fair enough. I'll I guess just meander my way back out the bedroom.
Okay.
To the group and say, well, we're here. Do you just want to set up at the table or wait it out? You can always check that. Looks to be trap door over there.
You might as well just wait. I'm sure she'll show up eventually. And it is getting rather late. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if we camp in her kitchen.
I suppose.
I'm taking a seat at the stool then.
All
I'll
right.
settle Ophelia down on one of the chairs around the table and then take a seat myself.
Okay. Yoya, are you posting up anywhere in this house?
My roll 20 is not working. So I'm gonna sit at the table.
Yeah, it's all right. It's more for visual reference than anything. Nothing to worry about. All right. You all post up at the table and are just waiting. I'm gonna give you time frames that will pass by, and you let me know if any of you get rowdy or impatient or need to do something else. Because right now you're just sitting at a table looking at the other three people in relative silence. 5 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna start talking.
Okay.
I can't repeat the basement, dude. I can't sit here for 8 hours. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Did we close and lock the window that we opened to get in here?
No, the window's still open.
Someone close and lock. I'll do it myself.
No, I'll run over and close the window. I can't let Ophelia crawl across the floor.
It is. I'm ready to crawl at any given time, but if you guys keep picking me up, I'm not gonna start complaining.
After closing the window, I'll sit back down and. So, what do we do when she gets here? Do we have a plan? Are we still trying to pursue this mission that she may be trying to quest us with?
I mean, we'll see if she even still gives us the mission, considering we've broken into her home.
That's what I'm concerned of.
I thought the point of coming here was to just try and get more details about why they were detaining people.
Two things can be true. It's also the thing, if you don't want to perform the mission with us, you're more than welcome to use your connections on your own. We're no longer in that cell. We are not bound together by chain.
I suppose.
I fear we may be going about this in a abrasive way.
Can you think of a better way?
Well, she did tell us to sit at the bar to meet there, but I suppose being on her terms doesn't hurt. I would just be skeptical and keeping information close to my chest if 4 strangers that I broke out of prison appeared in my house.
I like to imagine we're showing her how resourceful we can be.
This is true. What's your story, by the way? How'd you end up in that cell?
Me?
Yes.
I was going through town on my own, and I was so rudely attacked. And when the guards showed up, instead of arresting my attackers, they apologized to them and took me away.
There's quite the racism issue here in this town, it seems. It doesn't seem all that new either, even with the weird uptick in reprimanding people. But I suppose if we all were ended up in that cell one way or another, there's no doubt that someone of your stature would probably be discriminated against more. What business did you have in the area? I mean,
What
I've
do
never
you
seen-
mean by someone of my stature?
I think you know what I mean.
How impolite. It's not nice to make comments about a lady's body, you know.
Well, I have always been curious about how people with such mortal wounds go on about their lives. It's always been something I've feared myself.
By having people like you pick me up and carry me around.
Is that rude to do as well? Is that impolite? Should I be letting? I can't let these moral conundrums interfere. I just wanted to know what business you had, how you go about doing the things you do.
As long as you mind your hands, we're fine. And I do my business the same as everyone else. Just slower. And lower, but slower.
I suppose that's to be expected. Very fair.
You
And
should
then
have a
what
lot of questions for me.
Well, not just you. The satyr's typing, but what about you, satyr? What business did you have going through the gate?
Well, I'm in the process of perfecting my craft, really.
And what craft would that be?
Well, I'm trying to take over a shop of sorts. It's not too it's not very serious information that I think everybody to know.
Seems like quite the hobby if you're keeping it so close to your chest, but I suppose it's okay to have a few secrets here and there. How much time has passed at this point, Dungeon Master? Is he gone?
I think you might be muted.
Yeah, it did. I can give you another amount of time that has passed, but you can't expect to break into someone's house and expect them to just always be there. She doesn't happen to be here this time. It is quite
when
late.
I break into someone's house, I expect them to not be there.
Mm-hmm. This is
That's fair.
this is a new occurrence. You're like, wow, I can't believe they're not here.
This is... I can't say I'm used to being in the first place.
I guess back to small talk then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn to Glaren then and say, and I mean, it seemed like we were coming from similar parts of town, but I never did catch your motive. Where were you headed?
Going home.
Going home. Always a worthy journey.
Can be.
I myself look forward to returning back to my realm, but still have things to do here.
Yeah? What's your mission?
Oh, it's kind of a long, hard, difficult story, but I'm sure you're no stranger to the weird new power dynamics that this realm has gone through, and I've been given a task by the goddess I worship to investigate of sorts, and if I can set balance, do so.
Interesting.
I fear it may be hypocritical of me, but I suppose that's a internal question for another day.
What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
Okay.
Also 12.
10.
go dice.
14.
Ooh, okay. As your companions, allies, people are making cold wars, making small talk. You hear this kind of almost like soft metallic, like not grumble, but like the sound of like a wrench or something else, of soft metal pulling against soft metal, coming from below you. Ophelia.
Ophelia's gonna put up her hand to have them stop talking and then try to locate the sound a bit better.
As everyone is silent for a moment, you're nothing else but sure that it is coming from below, as if it is winding through the floorboards.
I'm gonna hobble off of my chair and attempt to investigate how to locate this sound.
Okay. I would love for you to make an active perception check.
All right then. That is a natural 20 for a total of 24.
I see. You kind of close to the floor. It is very similar to as if you are on the top floor of a building and someone is a floor below you doing something. It is that sort of sound. As such, you could deduce that there might be a basement to this house. And that something is moving below you. Something metallic. It is general and muffled, though. Quite quiet. Silent enough that your colleagues did not pick up on it initially. And as such, you don't exactly know how to access this possible basement.
Can I take a look around and see if there are any markings on the floor that would denote something being moved or dragged around to kind of attempt to find like this hidden passage?
Sure. Make me an investigation check.
Well, that's a 6, so that comes to a 5.
A 5?
Or that comes to an 11.
I was like,
And
that's a wild
I have a
intelligence.
+5. Yeah,
Everyone
that's an
knows
11 for you.
what class you are. That is a wild.
That's a hard mode wizard right there.
These guys don't. I'm already on hard mode. I can't take anything else, man.
The three of you see Ophelia pull herself off after asking everyone to be silent, and is now looking around, seemingly in vain, looking very, very closely at the scuffed floor for anything, and kind of tracing her hand along it, seeming to come up short of anything.
What is it that you're searching for?
I hear something below the floor. Like something being moved around.
If we're all really quiet, can I hear it?
You can make a perception check.
I have no clue how I would provide advantage.
The battles from my previous life have definitely taken a toll on my ears. It's a 4.
Some good tinnitus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I give her a go as well?
Sure.
12.
I mean, you know that the passive doesn't get you there. You need a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and see if I can hear it?
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry. What was the roll for that?
Perception.
Oh man, +0. No, 8. Nope. I don't hear nothing.
Like Ophelia's geeking right now.
You're just seeing her pull herself along the floor, not finding what she's looking for.
I don't hear. I don't hear anything. But is there a direction? I mean, is there anything else that you can point us to?
JC, if I kind of prop myself up to be about, I need to be at a halfling's point of view.
Mm-hmm. You're killing it.
If I like set myself steady up and take a look around with a set of fresh eyes, can I make this check again?
I will let you make the investigation check again. It will be at a higher DC.
That is perfectly fine. Because if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna start going around and like just moving things out of the way until I get something. But I don't want to do that because I hate dragging myself on the floor, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to be dragging yourself on the floor to look.
You could
Dirty
tell us.
20 should be a bit better.
Dirty 20. Yeah, I mean, Ophelia's redoubling her efforts, just kind of taking a second to look around, traveling throughout this house. And it's when you get to the bedroom that, I mean, you're close to the floor anyway. And as such, you notice things on the floor a little bit more than people who take advantage of walking around on two legs. And as such, the carpet stands out to you. And carpets cover things up quite effectively. You even kind of nudge the carpet to one side with your hand. You can see a thin crease in the floor that was obscured by part of the carpet.
I'm gonna assume they were following me around as I was crawling. Like, what is she doing?
It
So
is up to them.
I will follow Ophelia around.
Okay.
I had no
Staring. Yoa's just staring from the table.
well, if they didn't follow me around, but I think Aelin said he was, I'll let them know that I found it.
I could peek around the corner too, and hey, there seems like there's something in here.
Okay. Glaron will come and take a peek.
Okay. You pull the carpet off its entirety. You can see a thin seamed trapdoor that seems like it would lead down.
Incredible ears, Ophelia. And I'll go to open the trapdoor.
You pull the trapdoor open, and it becomes more audible, and so those with the lower passives can hear it that are in the room, of just this almost like a tightening of a bolt or something, this, and then it kind of stops, and you just don't hear anything else. You can see a wooden ladder leads down to, again, a more kind of dirtied floor. But yeah, there is a basement down here, and the rest of you heard this sound.
Are we getting a little in over our head? I thought we were just going to wait for her.
Yeah. But if they're hearing noises down in the basement, perhaps she's hiding out down there.
Maybe she's dragging bodies, and we should go away now.
What's a little breaking and entering among acquaintances? Go on then.
We have come this far. And I'll kind of get on my hands and knees and like peek my head through the hatch, not climbing down the ladder, just like trying to look over the edge.
Sure.
Head in the room.
Well, there's an interesting statement that I would love for you to answer. I'm gonna pull over a little thing. If the trapdoor was in this orientation that you see on the rug, which corner are you leaning down from?
Where would the ladder be kind of going like south on this map? Like
The ladder would be at the bottommost, yes. The bottommost side.
Oh, so, okay, so it's okay, I see.
So it'd be by the chair.
I mean, I guess roughly where I was. Well, okay, which was it hinged? Which way did I open it to try and be as realistic as I can?
Opened it towards yourself. So it is currently where your character is, where that stand-in figure is. Right where you're standing, that is the full hatch open, kind of like obscuring a bit. That is where the hinges are.
Yeah, I guess I would look from kind of where my character's standing now, then I'd look down from the uppermost side.
Okay.
Kind of try and survey towards the little wash tub area and over the
Yeah,
table.
survey that way. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, and I mean, I have the ability to pull up your sheet, and I'm looking at it right now. You have a pretty good AC.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Come on, man.
What? It's an honest.
I sure do.
It's an
I sure
honest question.
Does my face have a good AC?
Well, there is something that we would like to call half cover, and as you are ducking in to look at it, it adds a +2. So at the moment, unless if 2 of your AC comes with a shield, but I don't believe it does. That is why I'm asking.
I think it does.
Okay, so you would stay at an 18 because you can't use the shield here, but
Right.
you'd have half cover for +2.
You're about to go to hell in this bitch, man.
No.
Broken in here.
That's not at all.
You're about to go to mega
lost.
hell, man.
That's
We should
You're
not.
about
stay
to
at the
get
bar.
shot with the arrow of regret and sorrow.
That's not at all. I just wanted to know because if you just had an 18 naturally and went to 20, this would have missed.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
I would
This character's stupid. I didn't even like him.
I would like you to make a strength saving throw for me really quick as well.
So glad my ass did not go down there first.
14.
14. That is enough. As you look down, what you see immediately from that brief bit is, ironically, you see a dirtied, once wooden floor of the same variety that you're currently kneeling on, but caked in dirt and this sort of like grease. You can see a wall on the far end with another door, almost kind of like mirrored of how it is here. And then you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder as everyone in the room hears this sound of a crossbow. and this burning pain in the side as you don't lose your grasp and fall through the hole, but instead yank yourself back up as you can see a bolt in his shoulder. Unless if this knocks you out, but I don't think it does. 6 points of piercing damage.
Nope, we're good so far.
Okay. As he jams himself back up, a bolt sticking out of his right shoulder. That is the current situation, as nothing else is heard from downstairs.
I'm gonna recoil up and like scooch back on my butt to the wall and like grab my shoulder like, ah. I think there's, I think she's down there. Or something
all right?
is down there.
No, he's not all right. Look at him.
He got shot with an arrow. He's still breathing. How badly are you injured?
Ophelia's gonna kind of like hobble her way over there and start trying to help him get the arrow out and treat himself.
Yeah, I'll do my best to kind of pull that back out, and it's not too bad, but it's not too good either.
Well, I've never really done this before, but there's a first time to give anything a try, I suppose. And Glaywin's gonna walk up and put his hands over his wound and lay on hands.
Okay. How many points do you give?
You get 5 HP back. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Receive benediction.
So, what, do we try again?
Ophelia's gonna yell down the hole without going down. You're awfully rude to your guest. You've been waiting patiently this whole time, and the first thing you do is attack one of us? How barbaric. And I'll roll something if you like.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
I got flat zeros and all that, so this will be fun.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
16.
16. As you call this out, there's a pause as all of you kind of look at the hatch. And right after about 10 seconds and you all begin thinking no reply is coming, you hear this kind of lower toned voice kind of almost spit out from below. I don't remember inviting anyone here.
Oh, you are not Becky. Tell you what. Our bad. Let's talk this out. Would you rather come up or do you want us to come down?
You stay the fuck up there. I don't want anything. You walk out of the bedroom.
All right. I'll usher everyone out of the room, but I'll keep the door open and I'll call out, let them know that we've left the room.
Okay. You hear the sound of like a tool or something being set down, like metal on wood. And then the sound of a hand, foot on the ladder. You see the tip of a crossbow, a hand crossbow, peek its way out from behind the trapdoor first. And then this kind of like deep green skin appear clutching it as a orcish face peers out. He looks young, quite young actually, looking like he hasn't hit 30s yet. His face is fresh, no hair on either the head or chin, and he's wearing this almost like this leather vest that doesn't have any sleeves for the arms but covers his torso. As he pulls himself out, he almost looks like he gives you blacksmith vibes, but with no apron. He has this kind of grease or oil on his hands, and now on the crossbow as he kind of like steps up and out and levels it, almost like readjusting it to point at you, Ophelia, since you stayed in the door.
I'm gonna really lean into the disabled thing right now, and with like shaking arms say, "Why don't you come over and talk to me and put that away?" And I'm gonna go to crawl my way back to the table, and I'm gonna really lay that guilt on him thick.
Okay. There is this kind of pause. Are the rest of you back at the table, or are you just hanging around out of view of the door?
Yoin never left.
Okay, you always just stayed at the table.
Yeah, I'd be nearby Ophelia, probably just outside the room, but seeing that, she's trying to push back to the table, I'd start to make my way back there.
Same from Glaron.
Okay. You see him appear in the frame of the door as he looks, and you can see his eyes quickly looking between, noting all four of you. You were expecting someone else.
Someone smaller, yes.
Did she invite you here?
In a manner of speaking.
I'm not fucking with a manner of speaking. Did she invite you here?
No. We met her today. She gave us a note leading us to a tavern. We went there. She wasn't there. No one could tell us where she was. We found someone that did. They sent us here. We invited ourselves in. My companion went down there and you shot him.
I think I had every right to shoot him. Don't you... I have no guilt in this. I shoot all fucking four of you right now. Give me a reason I shouldn't, Going around in a place that you're not supposed to be.
Becky offered us a bit of work and we've decided to come here out on her offer.
I'd like all four of you to roll an insight check.
Sure.
11.
Okay.
Three.
Okay.
I know nothing. 5.
5? We love level 1. So no one got a 12, huh? Cool. Sounds good. So he kind of looks between all four of you. Well, you're in the wrong place. You's not welcome here.
Did you say she's not welcome here or we're not welcome?
You ain't welcome here. I don't know what the hell you've been told, but I ain't looking to give handouts to random people.
I never said handout. I said we came looking for work. It's two different things.
What, you gonna run my groceries?
Of that, our tour guide here, did we?
I have said it once.
One time.
And it is...
Yoy wasn't around.
No,
either.
it was the two people had a chance of knowing when one of his friends said it offhandedly.
I'll roll a history for you.
Good luck. Go for it.
9.
9 now.
I'm gonna say to him, well, I don't really think I'm in the position to be running much of anything, but I know Yoi's name, right?
No.
I'll gesture towards her and say, you've got a nickname now, and it's Lambkin.
Perfect.
She says, Lambkin, let me see the paper.
Lambkin, huh? Yeah. Let me. And she reaches and it out. And. Do I sound okay?
Yeah,
No, you were cutting in and out a bit for me.
Do I sound better now?
Yes.
you sound fine.
Okay. Lambkin. Perfect. Another nickname for the book. As she reaches inside bag.
Try again.
Can you guys not?
You're clipping in and
You're cutting out.
Clipping out
You're
real hard.
clipping. We got some Twitch clips.
the microphone in your mouth.
I don't want the microphone in my mouth.
This is not that kind of stream. I need you to pull back right now.
Yeah, figured.
That happens on Tuesdays.
Okay, if I clip out one more time, I'm going to move over to a different.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Okay, great. Yoi reaches in her bag and holds it out to the orc man.
He kind of eyes all of you and slowly approaches and grabs the note quickly, looks at it. Kind of sighs. I don't know what you want from me. This sure as shit ain't where she told you to go.
Well, can you point us in the right direction and we'll be on our merry way?
The right direction would have been where you already are. So.
To be fair, we were at the correct location. However, we were pointed this way by a gentleman.
God's in heaven. Right. Of course you were. Look, I think you're all awful people for taking the initiative and breaking into my fucking house. I don't appreciate it, and I'd like to be, as you hear the door of the house open up, and you hear, I think you'll love it. I think I'm on the fence about whether I can get a couple more, and as you see, it is Becky stepping into the house, pulling behind another figure. Would you like to describe yourself, Suzanne?
Yeah. Currently, am a purple tiefling, male tiefling with, I believe, I need to check my fucking notes.
You forgot your description. No.
Yes, I did. Sorry. A female purple tiefling with kind of long black hair. Wearing like a blue kind of shirt underneath and like a big white coat.
As she kind of pauses, she was in the middle of like looking back over her shoulder and up at this tiefling before she looks in front, sees the four of you at the table and this orc pointing a crossbow at the four of you, She goes, And the orc throws down the sheet, like the slice of parchment, and says, I'm gonna take your eyes. This is not what you're supposed to fucking do to people. Look, this is, not what I had in mind. Hey, I didn't expect to see y'all so soon. Or here. Or all at once. How was your night? You've been productive, I can tell.
Your husband's a little trigger happy.
Aw, you're sweet. I thought I gave y'all a note to be at an inn. What happened to that?
You weren't there and the floor was sticky.
I mean, I can't fault you specifically too much for that. She turns around, almost like checking out of the four of you for a moment to look at the tiefling. Goes, I'm so sorry for this. This looks real messy, I promise. Everything that we've had our little talk about still happening. These were actually the individuals that I was thinking about running some things with. And, you know, obviously they're showing some spirit, so that's a good sign. I don't wish to kind of cut you short of any of the things I was talking about, but I do have to deal with this first.
No worries. I've dealt with adventures before. Do what you gotta do.
Well, you are quite the experienced one, and I will appreciate it. So, turns back around. I take it y'all change your mind then.
If I say in a manner of speaking, is he gonna shoot one of us?
I don't think, I think we can all be friends here, and no one has to shoot anyone. We can have a mostly
late.
bloodless night.
It's a little late for that.
I just noticed. Good shot. I'm going back downstairs. No. I want you to meet them. I don't want any fucking part of this. You're causing more trouble, and it's always more than it's worth. And he takes the crossbow. You hear this as he keeps the string in his hand and still releases the tension of the latch to unarm it in the moment. And just kind of like points the bolt at her. You figure this out quick. Either get them what they need, or get them the fuck out of my house. Will do. He turns and heads back to the bedroom. You can hear the of the door shut. I mean, you can't really blame him, can you? I'm sorry that your arm got a little bit lighter in the blood department, but you did break into his house. What is he supposed to expect?
Rosy for now. How we want to, how do you say, get out of here without running into trouble. And we wanted to search for your help to do that.
Well, I do know the people who can help you. How and what kind of trouble are you looking to not get into? Is this like direct trouble with the law, like you were piping to get into last time I met y'all?
I'd say that's pretty accurate. We just want to avoid as many guards.
Just avoid as many guards as possible. Well, I mean, I do know some people who the name of the game is smuggling, and I mean, I've never asked them to smuggle a person before, but I'm sure if that's what you're looking for, I can do that. Everyone gets their own little slice of life, and if you want to become postage for a little bit, I see no reason to stop that from being your wish. Couple things need to be cleared up, and if that's what you want at the end of our road, I'm more than happy to supply it. Rest of you?
Getting out of town without being detained again would be ideal.
Again,
I'm
It
inclined
depends
to
on the
agree.
kind of work you want us to be doing.
I'm interested to see where this goes.
wonderful. And how about you? Training her gaze on Ophelia. You wanting out of the city as well?
DM, do I want out of the city?
I mean, this... You believe that this is the city. It's just... Do you want it to... Are you now trying to get out now that you've seen the kind of city it is? Or is there something else that you're going for?
For now, we'll just Sam along for the ride.
I see. Well, I put some thought into what needs to be done. This lovely gentleman behind me, is hearing me out as well. Different rewards, different people. It's all fine. But I did want to think of what I could actually bake up for you of what needs to be done. So, if we're all talking above the table, which I assume we are, I do, we'll say, odd jobs for an individual. He generally gets me the kind of work decrees that I involve on, gets me the payment or favors that are requested as pricing for the job, and then I can divvy it up as needed. I'm just thinking that as he's become a little bit more, let's say, involved with the city at large, and the fact that my last bit of helpers split up. If y'all are here for even a little bit of time and want to work towards me brokering a favor from him to get y'all smuggled out of the city, I would love the extra hands, and I'm sure you'd love to get out of the city. Everything sound above board so far?
So far.
Perfect. I don't know if he wants to meet y'all. I don't think he cares right now, as y'all are, well, nobody's technically that I pulled out of the trash. But we prove ourselves a little bit with the next bit of job. We can get y'all names in his mind besides mine, and have a bit of fun while doing it. Is there anything y'all are against? Otherwise, I'll just tell him to run wild with what is put on my quest board next.
I would like to avoid killing people if that's possible.
Oh,
for now, at least.
That's such...
Look, you seem to be of the seem to be working with some amount of criminal intent, and you ask for lines that don't want to be crossed.
I
right at
will.
this moment.
I will be fair. It's, you know, getting not just hit from out of field, but just the entire field itself. I didn't think that you thought my hands were that bloody. Whew. You thought so little of me. No killing. I do think, as y'all have already kind of demonstrated, B&E is definitely on the table.
We didn't break anything.
You still got in here.
Who's to say that the door wasn't already unlocked?
Well, I'm sure you can tell that to the people next in line. Look, I know that those kind of jobs are always on the table. Hell, I could probably go get one from him tonight. I'm just wondering if y'all think that that's your forte. Go in. Don't have to deal with anyone, hopefully. Grab a paper or a book or maybe something shiny. Disappear into the night. Never to be seen.
I mean, they seem to be good at it. I can't imagine it would be a bad idea.
Maybe a little murder is a treat.
If needed.
It's clear that y'all don't have the same lines. I'll let you talk that out. But if that's what you want to go for, I'll put in a specific ask. I'll see if he wants anything else, and we can get those sorted, but I'll say y'all work a little better when the things need to be broken are locks and not necks. We'll put it that way. Nice, easy, not murdery. Y'all, the one in the middle looks to be wound up tighter than a top. I'm looking for either agreement or disagreement. Silence is not allowed in this part.
That sounds fine for now. Does everyone else agree?
A little break and entering is fine.
I'm good with that.
And what if we
get to a point where we don't agree? What are the terms then?
I mean, you lose the job, you lose payment.
There's no excommunication, there's no bounty hunters, anything of that nature?
I mean, not from me. If you find someone else, get a little bit of reputation, maybe you piss someone off. Right now, you're nobody. They wouldn't know what to look for if you failed his job.
Very well. I suppose I'm in.
All right. Well, looks like we've got the group's consent. You planning on sleeping on the floor, or are you gonna find yourself somewhere else to hang out?
We can find ourselves an inn, I think.
I see. Well, I'll get you a place to make a little bit lighter. And you find yourselves a place to rest your heads. Get that hole in your shoulder worked out. Don't want you whistling. I think this
I'm
is...
gonna just nod at her, and then I guess we'll make our way to the door.
You just, as you guys kind of stand up, I think this is going to be a beautiful beginning. If, you know, and this is to the tiefling. If you want to stick around with them and talk strategy, I feel like you're going to be talking to them a little bit more than me. I have some meetings to arrange tonight now, And, I mean, you just got here, so you might as well learn how the town speaks to you.
Yeah, I'll go to the inn with them, and I guess we'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
One more thing before we go.
Oh.
Do you know why they're detaining so many people in town as of late?
Oh, it was starting today. Y'all are just unlucky. As far as I know, they're screening people. It's just a very slow process, so I'll let you know. The one fact I do know is that everyone who has been detained has not been let out yet. And they started this morning. I'd assume that's where y'all would still be.
Can I make an insight check real quick to see if she's holding anything back?
Sure.
Oh, 7.
7? Yeah, she's being upright with you.
Okay. Well, if you hear anything else, please let us know.
I do happen to keep my ears open. And I know a lot of people better keeping their ears open than me. You'll know.
Thank you.
All right. The 5 of you shuffle out of the house, and you actually, if you turn and look over your shoulder, you actually see Becky kind of like standing by the door and working to unjam the lock that is jammed. She actually does have a tool, though, that she has procured from somewhere. You didn't actually see her procure it. And the 5 of you are off. Did you want to stay in the southern region, in the lower class portion of the city, or would you like to head to the northern bit?
If possible, I'd like to try and get everyone to the same inn I was staying at before.
Sure, if you want to, and everyone else is good with it, you can leave them there.
I have an inn I was staying at in the city before we all got detained, if you all are interested in trying that place out. See if it's to your liking.
Sure.
I mean, we gotta go somewhere. That's probably fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Suzanne, did you say that your character was wearing a fur coat?
I just said it was a white coat.
Okay, never mind then.
Trying to. Were you all the way at the Northern Rest? Was that where you were, James?
So you gave me the name of the inn, and I've been trying to find it, but I can't, and it's not in my notebook.
James panic. Well, it's because
gone.
it's because I have 2 inns, and I don't remember which one you stayed at.
Well, if you told me the names, I might be able to.
The Northern Rest, and the Fresh Flask.
I think it was the Fresh Flask.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Alrighty.
Yes, I found it. It is the Fresh Flask.
The Fresh Flask. As you all are led over and through the now just night, I would like 2 of you to just roll a d20.
Dibs.
I
Second
suppose I.
dibs.
Oh, never mind.
15.
15.
And 19.
19. Okay.
It's either good or bad.
I don't know. As you all are making your way there, you all are currently trying to get out of the southern region, which is filled of a lot of back and side streets. The thinner streets take up the majority of the southern region before you actually get to the main roads, and then they become a little bit more well-maintained and open and available for the northern or central part of Eleanor Orin. As you all do make your way, Glarin, you are leading the group. And as such, if I remember correctly, your passive is 12?
Yes.
Okay. You are walking between these kind of thick roofed houses on these thin side streets. And as you do, you round a corner in these kind of smaller side streets, and you can see what looks to be a wooden gate that is set up. And it's odd. It looks like a door that has been fashioned and almost slotted in to the thin walls that is kind of like dual purpose to be like a dual open door and take up 10 feet, which is the size of the entire walkway. As you all kind of turn this corner and see it, you are kind of just befuddled for a second because it doesn't look like it should be there. It looks wrong. It looks like two doors that someone had pulled off of a house and crafted together.
That's just in the middle of the street?
It's blocking this side street. Like, it is a full, like, almost a barricade that you've just turned into.
And this wasn't here before?
I mean, not to say that you've specifically walked down this side street, as before you were going from southwest to southeast, and now you're trying to get to the northern side. Mm-hmm. But as you do, and look at it, you hear this kind of like huff sound. And as you do, you can see in this kind of cramped mess of side streets, you're at this kind of three-way intersection is basically what has happened. You're at this T intersection where you had turned left and it is blocked by this makeshift door gate. And you turn around to look at what would have been there if you had turned right, and you can see a figure in the shadow, a kind of pointed cloak pulled up over their form as they're leaning against the wall, looking at you.
Hello?
This is very late for someone to be just walking the street with some friends.
Well, we're just making our way back to our inn.
Oh. Well, fancy that. I'd be happy to show you the way safely to your inn for a little bit of payment.
I think we can manage on our own, thanks.
You sure? Streets are mighty dangerous around this time of night. And you hear this kind of scrape of a boot. And those of you at the back of the group, the way that you came, you can see another figure step into the alleyway, blocking off that way. I'd be more than happy to provide you safe passage.
I'm sure you would, but we don't exactly take kindly to threats.
Who said anything about threatening? You just look a little out of your element. You and your kind of like, you can see him almost like cock his head like a curious dog, look down at the sled that Lynn is pulling. Your chariot.
We can manage on our own. We don't need the extra help.
Oh, but I must insist. And you see this kind of glint as you hear the rasp of metal on leather. And from behind you, you can hear the grasp of, like, leather gloves as they grab onto a wooden handle. And you can see the other one palming this axe in his hand.
Can I
Tell me,
headbutt this
Golden
guy?
Boy. Oh!
Oh!
I mean, I wanted to do stuff too.
Oh.
If you would like to do, if you are saying you're going to do something as they are ready for it, if you are going to start rushing them, Yoi, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
I was gonna try something else after asking how they wanted to go about this, but I mean, if Yoi's saying pop off, we're
I
popping
mean,
off.
Yoi said we go for it.
If Yoi said we're going for it, I have no choice. Lambkin says we ball, we fucking ball.
You ball.
When the going gets tough, the tough get rough. Let's go.
The tough headbutt using the horns attached to their head.
Take out an eye. Ruin the. I'm ready. Roll the initiative.
We're
Dungeon
ready?
Master, I rolled a 16.
All right, I give initiative in this way. So everyone just hold on to their initiative. Just in case. 25 to 20. Just in case.
22.
22. See that?
The cripple?
You can't call me that.
All right, we have the lovely Ophelia first. 20 to 15.
15.
16.
All right.
I also have a 15, but I'm sure Dex is higher over there.
I don't know. What's your dex?
My Dex is 12.
Mine is also 12.
I would love
God
for
damn
both
it.
of you to roll off. Just roll the dice, say the higher number. Or if one of you would like to volunteer to give it up.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a 13.
All right, so we have Ophelia, Ale, Yoi, Glarin, and how are you doing down there? What'd you get? We've got one more.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted. I got a 12.
Okay. That is still okay. All right. Ophelia, you are looking over to look at your bearer. I don't know what to call this. To look at your the person who
You can just say Aelin.
no.
It's fine. He has a
Say
name.
Aelin. You go to look over and you can immediately see the braced haunches of the satyr as she is about to break out into a sprint at the one who is threatening you all. If you would like to do something right now, you are welcome to do so.
What a nuisance. And can I use half my movement to prop myself up properly?
Yes.
I'm gonna prop myself up properly. And she's gonna like brace herself and point her finger at this guy. And that's when the magic missile goes off.
Okay. Yeah, please roll your damage for magic missile.
baby. So that's 2, 5, 9, 12.
My God. 12 points of damage.
Yep, straight to the dome.
Okay. You throw your hand forward, and these tips of like white hot needles appear on your fingers, and you throw them out, and they twist around Yoi. Yoi, you watch as these 3 streaks go past you, and they each embed themselves 1, 2, and 3. 2 in his chest, 1 in his cheek, as he kind of spins around and coughs, hitting the side of the wall. Not immediately going down, but immediately bloodied.
She blows off the tip of her finger like a smoking gun.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
That's all I have for you.
In this combat, you guys are mostly cornered, so there's not much to do. In the stance of positioning.
I did my part.
Alien. Heal
Alien
me.
it is.
It's getting worse every time.
I told you it'd get worse.
Who? So is I guess the
Olin.
guy that we were talking to the closest, or is the guy that stepped
The
up
guy
against
that you're
us?
talking to is technically closer. They're about equidistant. It's the difference between like 30 and 35 feet. Like, or not even 35. The guy who's close is like 15. The guy who had stepped out from around the other corner is about 35.
Okay. I don't have any range things I can do, so I guess I'll go for the closer guy,
Okay.
and I'll just kind of rush towards him, brandishing my rapier out from underneath my feather cloak, and then just like going in on him.
Okay. You gonna stab him?
I'm gonna stab him. Okay, so this is embarrassing. Remind me. I roll, add my attack bonus, and then hit or doesn't hit, and then I get damage, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bummer. It's really dark in this this alleyway. Does a 9 do anything?
Would you roll on the dice?
I rolled a 6.
That's not right. You only have a +1 to your dex?
I rolled a 6 and I said 9. Wait.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
so it'd be
6
plus
I have a
two.
plus 3.
2.
So you'd have a +5 because your proficiency is added to your
okay.
attack roll.
Does an 11?
11 still does not hit.
But it's also important that you know how to roll that dice properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
when Jazz started
Glad I
out with
learned-
us,
glad I
she
learned.
rolled and didn't know about nat 20s being crits and rolled like 3 nat 20s and didn't count them as crits when we started. It's all good.
I always forget what you could put proficiency on. It just kind of sneaks up sometimes.
100%. As you swing, it sparks for a second off the stone as he just kind of ducks to the side. Yoi, it is your turn.
Yay! Yoi is like looking at her party members and she's like, I just wanted to knock him out, but I guess we can go with the more violent route too. And we are still gonna headbutt the guy. I want to headbutt the guy that was threatening us.
You can headbutt him for non-lethal if you want to.
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
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 And I'm pretty sure it's just... I don't know if I have to roll to hit for
It
Ram.
is, and it's... Oh, you have ramming speed?
Yeah, she does. Let me...
It doesn't... I'm not seeing it there, but I could be wrong.
It's
so
all
I just
good.
wanna
Let
make
me
sure.
let me get that for you. Ram, it is a unarmed strike, so you roll, and it is your strength plus your proficiency.
Plus a d6, right?
No, that is your damage.
Oh, right.
Strength plus 2, because that is a level 1 proficiency.
Yep, that's gonna be a 16.
16 hits. Please roll d6 plus your strength.
That is a 5.
5. As she says this, turns and pushes off. Ellen, you just move to the side, and you see this rush of fur pass you, and just wool. But yeah, I'm just being mean now. As she just impacts him straight in the gut, and you see blood just kind of like that was already beginning to pull out of the side of his mouth, just sputter as he coughs and falls, knocked out cold onto the ground. Glaven, unless if Yui wants to do anything else, as that is your action, I believe. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's my. I don't think I have anything that I can do for bonus at the moment, so that will be my turn.
Okay. Glaven, it is your turn.
I'm gonna turn around towards the other guy. You said he's 35 feet away.
35 feet away.
Well, I can't get right up to him, unfortunately. So I guess I'll dash up to him.
Okay.
Get into melee with him.
All right. As you push and like run up to him, you can see this man. He's covering his face, but you can see the like the black cloth mask over the bottom half of his face doesn't hide the surprised look in his eyes as you rush up to him. And unless there's something you would wish to do with your bonus action.
I'm just gonna say to him, like, get up real close to his ear and say, perhaps it might be in your best interest to run now.
I would
See if he runs.
let you make an intimidation check.
Awesome.
Can he have advantage because I obliterated that dude that bad?
He just saw 3 of you just run over because they can't actually see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you with advantage.
Cool. $15.
15. As he just, you see his eyes and just the hatchet is held up in more defensive stance than a attack stance at this moment. But if that is your turn, we go to our tiefling. It is your turn. These guys roll bad initiatives.
He's 35.
35 away.
So if I go 30, I can't punch him.
No, you cannot.
Okay. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna throw a dart at this guy.
Okay. Please make an attack.
Does a nat 20
yes.
24 hit?
Yes, it does.
And then do we do double die or do we double the number?
I've always left it up to you. You just have to announce it. I love doubling the dice just because more rocks to throw, but it is up to you.
I only have one dice set pulled out, so we'll just double the number for now.
Alrighty.
Got a 3 plus 2 for 5, so 10 damage.
Okay. 10 damage as you watch this dart slam into his shoulder and kind of like backpedals for a moment before catching himself. Already looking just shocked. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because he's too far away.
All right. It is now this man's turn, and he is going to kind of look at the two people who are one who ran right up to them, and then the dart that just whizzed past his cheek and thudded into his left shoulder. And he is going to, you hear his boots screech across the stone, and he begins to turn tail and run, provoking an opportunity attack if he wishes to take it from Glaven.
I'll let him go.
Okay.
No, hit him. I want that fucking dart back.
Can I try and grab the dart out of his shoulder as he's running away instead of, shooting him or slashing at him?
I will let you make a athletics or acrobatics check to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do athletics.
Okay.
21.
21 is more than enough as you reach out, like you jolt to reach out, and you hear this like little as he like winds back, and you just yank the dart out of his shoulder, and he leaves just clutching it with the axe hand as you just hear his feet just run, and then they disappear into the night, dashing away.
Hey, thanks for grabbing that for me.
You're very welcome.
And we are done and out of combat.
Damn, so did you guys kill that guy over there, or?
Is are they referring to the
I mean,
one that Yoi knocked out?
The two of you are looking over at this guy that you had just headbutted, and you can hear the voice of the tiefling call around the corner because you guys can't currently see each other. It was the
No,
equivalent
but-
of like this.
He got what he deserved.
Oh, yo, a map finally.
I told you, as like, I'm not really doing a map, but this is what it was of like, you guys were heading this way and then we're blocked off.
Oh, whack. Okay.
Yeah, that was about it. Easy enough.
Well then, take his weapon from him.
What did he have? A knife?
Mm-hmm. You, if Yoi or Alan won't go and grab a weapon, you're more than welcome to go. But as those two are right over him, you guys have first dibs to heed the order
To loot that body, I think you mean?
to grab that
Yeah.
knife. If you want to loot
Loot
him, you
that body.
can.
Take all of his money.
Well,
Take his mask and his weapon.
I suppose I'll reach down and at least kick his weapon away from him. And I'm not gonna run his pockets by any means, but if anything catches my eye,
He doesn't have anything like he has like a small satchel at the side, but you kick the knife out of his hand and you hear the screech of metal as it kind of spins down the cobblestone.
Can I pick up the knife and then run his pockets?
Sure. You watch the tiefling kind of steps past the two of you, picks up the knife, goes over and just opens up the satchel. Please make an investigation check.
Can I apply
Yo,
advantage? Can I
Please?
apply advantage
Please?
by providing orders once more? Is apparently this is what this is going to be called now.
Applying orders. I will. Yeah, I'll give you the help action for this. So one more roll.
Help action.
Oh.
Well, do you have investigation proficiency?
Yes, I do. I wouldn't ask if I didn't.
Then you are able to.
Has a nat 20 for a total.
You have two modes, 5 and nat 20.
Oh,
All right,
hog. Geeked even.
geeked. You run his pockets, and on his form, you see you can collect 3 copper, 3 silver, and 2 gold. He also has a silver ring in the satchel, not on his hand. The knife is the only weapon he has.
What was give me the money amounts again real quick.
3, 3, and 2. 3 copper, 3 silver, 2 gold.
Sweet, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Get a ring off your hands. And the knife too, probably.
No, I quite like them.
I participated. That was mostly me. I'm entitled to the spoils of war.
Should have been quicker than that.
I'm just gonna like make eye contact with Aelin.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I'm gonna let him.
Should have been quicker.
I mean, I can be quicker, but you're not gonna like how I gotta do this.
I guess I'll look back. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
I'm giving you a look. That's
Yeah.
all. Run with the look as you see fit. What would Aelin do? What would Aelin do if the hobbled mistress said, "Get that ring"?
Oh, I'll turn to our new tiefling friend and I'll say, surely the coin in that satchel is enough, and you can spare 1 silver band.
Sure, whatever, and I'll throw it to the drow.
Okay.
I roll to catch it.
Okay, go for it.
What do you want me to roll?
Dexterity. I'll even say
Strength.
sleight of hand.
I don't have proficiency, but you know, they gotta keep everything above board.
Sleight of hand.
That might work. That's a 17.
Yeah, DC 11. So you're all good. As the ring gets caught.
You know, it's not uncommon to cut the hands off of thieves, but I don't really think we have the time.
I think taking all he was worth is probably enough.
I kind of want the finger, though.
Leave his hand alone.
Let's get going before we run into more ruffians.
Easy enough.
Ophelia settles back into her sled.
We drag it down the road.
You drag it down the road. After this, you're able to quickly kind of double back where you had come from, outside of this barricade that had been apparently set up for malicious purposes, and are able to navigate back to finally get to a main road that is a little bit more scarce in the southern bit. Traveling straight up, you're able to cross over into the northern region, and with that done, you all get to walk over until you can see a three-floored building with a banner hung, swinging from a sign. The fresh flask, as the letters dip into a carved cutout of a flask. You lead the group in.
Yeah.
Okay. The 5 of you enter, and compared to the other inn and tavern that you had all been to earlier this night, it is a nice difference. Actually clean floors are presented to you with a reception desk that you can see it looks like a quite young, like juvenile elven woman is kind of sitting, almost looking a little bit bored at kind of twirling her like light blonde hair in one hand. Across the way, you can see a small kind of arch that leads into the more tavern area where you can see large tables set up. that there aren't many people at this time of night, but you can still see a couple of people that are staying up late and drinking. Then there is, past that kind of splitting the difference of the room, a couple rooms that are very small from what you remember, Glarin, of what you had seen from peeking in on the first floor, and then those are covered by a staircase that winds upward to the second and third floor, respectively. As the five of you kind of step in, the woman kind of stops twirling her hair. You can see like a flash of an emotion kind of come over her face as she looks over all of you, which is quickly kind of smothered in the moment. She goes, "Hello and welcome to the Fresh Flask. Is there 5 rooms for you tonight then? Or are you looking to get a bite to eat before moving on?"
We'll be looking for rooms tonight.
Single night rooms? Or are you looking to get an extension for a slight discount?
Assuming the accommodations are up to snuff for my companions here. An extended stay, more than likely.
All right. Well, 5 rooms. We have an extended stay would be a paying for the week, so the next 5 days, which would come out to and she like consults this kind of small bit of paper that she flips over. It would come out to 5 silver pieces for the week per room. Single rooms for each person, unless if you wanted to bundle things into duels.
Yeah, I'll pay for the first week of rooms for everybody. That's fine. I'll pass over 25 silver.
All right. She kind of pulls and goes, 5 single rooms for the lot of you. She hands these simple but easy enough silver coated keys over to you, Clayron.
Thank you.
You have the and she kind of points. You have the back corners of the second floor. That's where you can find each of them, and we have the opening, so I put them next to each other.
Much appreciated. Well, we're quite tired, so I think we're going to turn in for the evening.
She nods, and you can see her kind of like lean back in her chair and pull up this small book as she opens it, seemingly being done with you.
Okay, I'll pass out keys.
All right. Keys are passed out to each one of you, and you are free to do what you like.
Yui will make her way to the dining area.
Okay.
Sam.
I have to do beauty tip number 1.
I don't know what that means, but I was gonna offer gambling with Ophelia.
Beauty tip number 1 is wash your ass.
Oh, well, yeah. All right, that's fair.
I am filthy. I've been beaten, dragged, touching sticky floors. I've been manhandled, women handled, and everything in between. I need a bath.
I'll head to the dining area with the. I don't know. What do we do with the sled? What do we do with the sled in between?
I don't know.
adventures.
We can fold it up. It's just like
Just roll it up a
cloth
little
and
bit.
sticks,
Yeah.
Cloth
right?
board, yeah.
It is. It is a tarp with 2 beams on it.
I'll just, I guess, let Ophelia go to her room, and then I'll just roll up the sled. Then, and I'll, I guess, take it with me to the dining area.
Sure.
You put it in my room. That's fine.
What are you gonna do with it?
Keep it in there as storage. What are you?
I'll
What do you?
keep track of it. Don't worry, I won't lose it.
This definitely won't cause any issues.
Sure.
No.
Sure. Go ahead. You're on the sled TM duty.
Sled TM. As just to kind of get it out of the way for Ophelia, as you get to your door, unlock it, realize that these are quite small rooms. They're not like, they're functional hotel, like the functional version of hotel rooms, where there's a bed, a foot locker, and a small place for dressing. But they don't have like a shower or a table or any of that stuff in there. If you wanted to, you could go back down, inquire at the front desk where those are, or if there is shower options.
I figured as much. Like if they don't have one here, they can. Like I'm sure there's a public bathhouse I can go to.
Mm-hmm.
There's something. So I'll hobble down the stairs and kind of try to flag her down by lifting my arm above the counter to get her attention because she probably cannot see me.
No,
Or
there's no way.
If we're dealing with like a particular subset of racism here, she already knows I'm here.
The hand is over, and you watch as just the top of her head and the bridge of her nose kind of appears over the counter, looking down at you. Can I help you?
I'm looking into the bathing options of your establishment, or if you know anywhere nearby that I could.
We have a wash house in the back that is available if that is a service that you'd like to be purchasing.
And how much is the bathhouse?
A bathhouse token is a copper piece.
Okay, I'll buy 5 bathhouse tokens.
All right. 5 coppers slid across the table, and you get these kind of thin, thin white, kind of almost chalky pieces that are kind of slid across the table and kind of like drop down for you to catch.
I'll insight check her.
Sure.
What am I looking for? I think you know what I'm looking for.
I know what you're looking for.
Do I find it with a 17?
With a 17, you do not happen to find it. Either she does not have these premonitions that you are afraid of, or has a very good poker face.
2 things can be true. I'll start making my way to the bathhouse. I'm assuming I passed by the dining area at the same time.
You are forced to pass by the dining area as the hallway. This place is quite compact, and the dining area actually has just kind of this walkway around the edge of it that is where people go to get to the back. And as you do, you pass by those people who had went to the dining hall. Are you all just procuring some food?
Yeah, what is the food options here? What are we looking at?
You have
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. There is a crafted meal that is available for purchase. Tonight it is a some sort of, you'd expect it to be some sort of like cattle beef that has been prepared with a couple grilled vegetables, or there is traveler's stew, which, if you all don't know what traveler's stew is a infinite stew that perpetually hangs over a fireplace and is constantly fed different types of meats and almost kind of cleared out before it is refilled with some sort of broth and meat and continues onward. But the pot is never actually taken off, so it is counted as an infinite stew. If you buy a dinner, that will be 2 silver pieces per person. If you get a bowl, that would be 2 copper pieces for you.
I'll get the dinner.
Okay.
The beef.
The beef.
It was
And-
2 silver.
2 silver.
And in Hardcore City, no one ever jumps for the
No one
beef.
ever goes for the beef.
Good thing I just looted 3 silver.
Nah, that's wild. Everyone else?
Are there any non-animal meat options?
Are you asking around for it?
Indeed.
Okay, as basically there is this waiter who he's kind of taking these orders as you inquire. I mean, I could have the chef pull up the greens and otherwise, if you're asking for multiple servings of the grilled vegetables.
Multiple servings of the grilled vegetables would do just fine, please and thank you.
Right. Say that would run you the same, since we'll just pull out the meat and grab you multiple trays of the grilled. So it's 2 silver for you as well.
Okay.
And our final boy.
I will walk up to the counter and say, "Yeah, I'll take a bowl of your soup there, please, your stew."
And all they do is you watch as they go, and they take a very simple wooden bowl and ladle it in. You hand over the 2 copper, and they hand you this steaming bowl of stew.
Does it smell delicious?
It smells heavily spiced. And like less of, oh, this is a well-made and crafted stew, and more of, let's make sure that they're tasting stuff. This is the equivalent of someone who's just like, I'm gonna fucking, there's garlic and onion and, oh god, that's the entire bottle. Cool.
Bong water soup.
Perfect. I love it.
The rest of you, the grilled vegetables actually are able to come out first. So Yoi gets her food before the rest, and then the rest of the food is brought out. Glarin, were you joining them, or
Yes.
were you getting a meal at all?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll get some of the stew.
Okay, the same happens for you. As while you're waiting, you all see Ophelia crawl past you all to the back exit from the inn.
She does
Glarin,
put the other 4 chips on the table.
oh, okay.
Like she comes by and gives you guys like the bathhouse chips and informs you that it is a paid service.
Which Glarin does already know about. But
It seems like Glaber knows a lot of things that ain't exactly true these days.
and Ophelia, if you leave to go wash up, and that leaves the 4 of you at the table. If anything wants to be said or done, the floor is open to you.
So you 3 are trying to leave the city?
That is the plan, yes.
Not initially, but now, yes.
That's fair. I mean, I've only just gotten here, but it doesn't seem like things are great.
And where is it
came-
you said you were coming from?
I came from Pathlios. On
Really?
the other side of the world. Really, really. Are you
Well,
familiar
what
with
brought you
Pathlios?
here? I'm familiar with the fact that it exists and where it is. I haven't ever
enough.
been there myself.
Fair enough. Um, I've come here to study. I was actually trying to get to the library here in town.
Oh, interesting.
That lady that I forgot her name. Um, Becky. I was gonna say Betty. Becky told me she could maybe get me in there or get me talking to the right people. So, hoping after we do some jobs, I could head that way.
Sounds like a worthy aspiration.
Um, once you leave the city, do you guys have a plan on where you're going?
Yes. I'm going home to, shit, I gotta find my pronunciation thing.
Got him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some help?
To, no, I found it. Alis Erel.
Is that farther north?
Yes. It's on the northeastern coast.
What was it, the JC, did you ever send me the name of that port town?
I believe I did. I can get it for you, though. The port town that you came through was
Oh,
Imar.
here it
You got it?
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Not what was just said.
Oh, I might have mucked it up.
No, I found, but it's not what James just said.
Oh, no, it isn't. No, I thought you
Okay.
meant like what I just said. I was like, ah, fuck.
Uh,
No, it is not what James just said.
okay.
I would love for you to roll a history check for me.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Of course. I don't expect you guys to be ready to roll dice at all.
13.
13. You tried to study Usapait a little bit before you came out here, and all you remember immediately about that city and is that it is another port town. However, it is located on the northeastern section of Usapait, and the place that you came in was on the west.
It sure was. um, Seas must be rough over there then at this time, huh?
You could say that. We've been having some problems for the last several years doing any kind of trade with Pathos, as I'm sure you're well aware, seeing as you came from over there.
Yeah. Personally, I can't remember a time when the seas weren't like that, but I've known plenty of people who tell me that it wasn't always.
Yes, well, things do tend to pop up out in the open sea, especially these days.
You said you've come to this land to study. What are you studying? What are you a scholar of?
Um, I study insects mostly. I feel like I studied just about everything I could in Pathlios. So I've come here to um, expand my knowledge and kind of see new things.
JC, do I know what the fuck a tiefling is?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
It's just might have been the first time that you've seen
Okay,
a tiefling, but yes, you do know what a tiefling is.
just making sure. Just making sure.
I mean, if anyone would have come from Pathlios, or if anyone that you've met would have not been of Elvish or Fey descent, it would have definitely you would have expected them to not be Usapait native. So, but you have heard of a non-Feyborn. It's the classification.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Upon the tiefling saying insects, Joy does veggies.
I'm glad that Yoi is veggies.
Yui choked on her steamed veggies at the word of insects. Yui doesn't find bugs very tasteful, I guess.
That's fair. I wouldn't normally eat them, but I guess you could.
And do you just collect them, or you study their habits? What is there to do with a bug?
No, I don't really collect them unless for maybe like a sample to send back to the academy, though that might be quite difficult here. With a bridge I can cross later. But otherwise, yeah, studying habits and social structure, kind of how, life cycles, things like that.
How fascinating.
And where are you from?
I yield from a land that is quite far away from another realm. And I do not remember what the name of the place is, to be fair, so that's out of character. Hang on.
Oh, you're just like, yeah, I don't remember where I'm from.
Yeah, sorry.
I just know it's far
I don't
away.
know. Yeah, this guy's going home. I'm running, dude. I don't. Ugh.
Oh, that's very funny.
Hang on, I gotta find like 6 different group chats.
You're all good.
I thought that was in character.
I thought it was in
land
character.
far
I thought it was in character too, and I was like, hell yeah. There we go.
Kind of
Just
goes hard, not gonna lie.
popped
Just
it.
just the Shadowfell in general, but I can't remember what the specific place, because we had so many.
Oh
names for
yeah.
it.
You wanted your actual
Did
place.
we go? Did we actually go for
Your Shadowtown?
Yeah, your Shadow Town.
I sent it to.
I know, JC. I know we memed around some. Okay, is that what?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
that's.
I'm just
You're
making
correct.
sure. I'm just making sure.
You're all
right,
good.
Wasn't it Dark Myth?
What the no? Okay, hang on. Let me lock back in. I yield from a small city in the Shadowfell, known as Spikejaw.
Interesting. How did you get here?
I suppose the same way anybody would travel across realms, by walking a very, very long time.
You guys gotta fucking stop.
What?
Is that for the meme?
No, I am so sorry. My my computer is not functioning correctly. I apologize.
Better her than me.
Well, I'll talk to you about that.
It's not Jazz's fault. It's okay. If one of you
No.
had legitimately done that, I would have given you psychic damage.
Out of nowhere, suddenly you have a crippling headache.
Suddenly
You take
a
10
headache.
points of damage.
No, it would have been like a d6. It would have been 5
That's
points.
enough to kill some of us.
I know. That's the fun part. Deadly headache.
Hate when that happens.
I hate when there's a deadly headache about
Aneurysm.
aneurysm. Your
Yeah,
brain just goes.
hemorrhaging.
But
Anyway,
unless if you guys want to continue this.
I didn't realize it was so easy to I guess walk across realms.
There was a bit more to it, but I think that's the simplest explanation.
Interesting.
All right. Unless if there is another conversation that anyone would like to have, Ophelia returns from cleaning up. If you wanted to get some dinner yourself,
I wanted to examine that ring while I was in the bath.
sure. What are you examining it for?
I'm checking for arcane intent.
Make an Arcana check.
I touched that one and it felt wrong. I moved my hand away.
Oh,
Ugh. Do I want to use my inspiration on
your
this?
inspiration. Oh yes, for people who didn't know, Helminia got inspiration at the end of the session for session 1.
You didn't want to do this in the bath.
It's very
I
funny.
can help you, but you do what you want.
Nah, I'm eating it. I'm eating it on the nose. 9.
9. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Just a alright silver ring. It would probably fetch an alright price at a shop.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that I don't need more than an 8 to determine if something has any arcane potential, and that's totally not gonna keep me up at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the bundle of sticks all over again.
And it
This
happened
is the
just
ring
as
of,
early
like,
as last time.
Yep.
This is the ring.
Did
of
it
you
actually? I don't
fucking
remember.
die.
It might have happened episode 3 for the bundle of sticks.
Oh god, no, not the. It's a seemingly normal silver ring, and I put it on, and
You never know.
It gives you legs.
It gives you legs.
Wasn't it
This
just
is the
a
ring of
normal
legs.
bundle of sticks?
It was just actually a bundle.
Could I get a price range for all right?
As in like the 10 gold piece range.
That is an all right price.
That is quite an alright price.
I'm just gonna write silver ring, parentheses, all right, and we'll come back to this later.
Okay.
What the fuck does this mean?
That's later Helminia's problem, not mine.
It's apparently gonna be mine too. Because you're the one that's gonna come to me and just upset.
No, I'm just gonna get identified later.
Okay.
I am going to come out from the shower reinvigorated. Sit at the table, but I think I'm like still rather full from
Soup.
the soup we had earlier because unlike everyone else, I didn't do a lot of walking around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm still sitting pretty.
All right.
So I skipped dinner. I didn't do much of anything today.
Well, the option is there if any more conversations need to be had.
Ophelia, what do you say we play one quick game of Devil's Dice?
You're gonna take me for all I'm worth already.
No, just, improving on our skills.
All right, I'll humor you.
All right. Worth noting, do you guys own dice? Do your
I don't.
characters own dice?
Oh, yes, I have bone dice.
Okay.
I came prepared, JC.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was just like, they had dice there for you guys to use.
I'm happy to share my dice, though. I guess I have one set of bone dice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough to share my dice?
I mean, basically, it would be a bit awkward, but like both of you could like you could roll, show Glare in the number, then
But
have
just-
Ophelia roll, show Glare in the number.
I'll just go get some dice.
You just
Yeah,
want to go
like-
buy dice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
In
the
the middle of the
incels
fucking
dice.
night.
I'm sure the incels dice the same way gas stations sell playing cards.
Yeah. I mean, we could. Yeah.
I'd like to believe that.
I'm gonna have you. I am
said
going to
something,
have you
right?
roll a luck check.
Okay.
And, I don't think I can do anything for you. Have fun, Chief.
Aelin, you are welcome to roll.
Are we feeling lucky, guys? Let's see. Does a 13 get me there?
It was a 12 in my head.
Lucky number 13. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm feeling
Get it twisted, you will win.
good.
Can I also buy a set of dice?
Yes.
No.
Do they have
So-
cards here?
I would say if they have
take the
dice,
entire
they have
stock.
cards, yeah.
Or-
So a dice set costs 1 silver piece. So if you want to let me know if you're spending.
The last of my silver.
I'm happy to buy a dice set for Ophelia.
Okay.
I also have silver to spare if anybody needs any.
Well, a set of playing cards is 5 silver pieces, just to warn you.
That's totally okay.
Okay.
Money bags over here.
Set of playing
So
cards.
Glarin picks up a set of playing cards. Aelin gets a second set of dice. Picks up a set of dice themselves. And you guys can roll if you guys agree on a bet.
We start with the 1 copper in, and then we roll our d8.
That's the idea.
Alrighty. Go for it.
Is this like only a 2-person thing, or
You can do it 3 man. It's fine.
fuck it?
All right. Quick liar's dice for you, Zan. You roll a d8. Then you bet on how you would for Texas Hold'em. Then you roll a d6. You bet. Then you roll a d4. You bet. And at the end, whoever has the highest number wins.
Okay.
So right now it's the d8. As Aelin is the one who challenged, he is technically in the first seat. So you go.
So, okay, in character,
Uh-huh.
do we have is it like my hand is over the dice? Is that Is there a cup involved? Like, how do I...
Basically, a dice set would come with a roller. Yeah. So
Okay.
you'd roll, set it down.
Okay. So I'll kind of like tip the cup up, and I'll look across the table at Ophelia, and I'll say, "How hard do you want to go with this? How high are you willing to bet?" I don't want
Don't
to.
take me for everything I'm worth now.
I don't want to go.
Easy.
I don't want to go too. I don't want to damper the mood. Let's start off. I'll raise 5 copper pieces.
All right.
Let me roll my dice and see how I feel about that. I am just enough to humor a 5 copper piece raise.
All right. So, both of you are in for 6 copper pieces. If you've joined in, you would either match or raise. If you have the funds.
Only because
You only
I don't have.
you can break it apart for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll match.
Okay. I'm for probably I'll say like the first like 4 or 5 sessions I'll let you guys be just able to break stuff. Especially in an inn like this, you can go up to the reception desk and break it really easy. So.
And then we're gonna go to the National Bank of Racism,
The National Bank of Racism.
which is just that it's low hanging fruit. I'll put it
It's
in
such
okay?
low hanging fruit. Please don't.
You want to scores going to hell and back.
Is my Discord crashing?
I think I might be
Or
crashing.
Super Robot 2.
Everyone's bad right now.
Okay.
That's 100% Discord.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
this is 1987.
Oh no.
This is
My
Mac.
nightmares are getting worse.
It is in fact Discord, everyone, because the live stream is working perfectly fine with no
What?
issues. The live
I
stream is
believe
working
I don't
perfectly
want
fine.
the thing to play on Discord.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna type it up.
Yeah.
Then Suzanne changed the call to the host.
Oh,
And message me when that happens, and I'll come back and mess it up. So,
All right.
Oh no!
It's still so loud.
No!
He's
Oh.
not even here.
No, he's not.
Why did
He's
that even
not.
play?
He's not. He kicked him
Why did
out.
that fix it?
It was just.
Why did the 3 men fix it?
Because Mania was the host, probably.
Yeah, it was. It was 100% that.
The 3 men fixed it.
The three.
Bastard.
God damn.
Where were we?
Okay.
Your ghost played the sound for you.
That was disgusting. Okay. We were at rolling the d6 and then betting.
Sick.
all right, I'm back. Did it play the whole thing or just a piece of it? I didn't know I was gonna get shunted like that.
It played the whole thing.
Oh god! Oh god! Now the viewers at home are gonna know how I live my life.
I think it's Alon's turn.
It is. He's the active one.
Roll the d6.
It is, yes.
Aelin.
Oh,
I've rolled my dice. I will pick my cup up, and I'll go.
not wait for this to get cut out of the highlight. The YouTube audience is never gonna see
Never
what
gonna
just
know.
happened.
It's okay.
Just cut it at the robots. We'll be good.
We'll be good.
Okay, I'll lift my cup up, and I'll look at the 2 of them, and I'll go. Let's just raise another 2, and I'll put 2 more copper down.
8 is the total.
I'll match. I'm not raising.
I'll match.
All right. Final dice. D4.
All right, I will tip my cup up. Can I give a good, all right, fist bump to the air? And I'll say, it might not be Your lucky night. Either one is. I'm gonna raise 3 more copper pieces.
We go to
That's
11.
I'll humor him.
Final
A
bell.
match.
Okay.
I'm gonna match and raise by 1.
12.
I'm okay to match on
So,
12.
Yeah, I'll match as well.
All right. So that is a total of 36 copper in the pot. Gentlemen, ladies, please, what is your D8?
A 2.
I got a 5.
I got a 7.
I'm so fucked.
Your D6.
A 1.
A 2.
A 1.
Yo.
Okay, we're making up. We're
No!
making the difference. It comes down to this.
The
No,
D4.
no. A 3.
A 3.
A 4.
And that
For
is
a total of 12 points.
a clear for
So over.
Aelin.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Double or nothing.
Oh!
Yeah, Bet.
Double or nothing. The pot immediately goes to 24 each. How do you double or nothing? You think you're gonna hustle me?
Come on. You
All
want
right.
another round?
Okay.
You won't.
I'll humor you. We'll do double or nothing.
All right.
Double or nothing.
So the pot starts with the full 12 for each. And then are you
all
just
gotta raise
all
to
putting
24?
in 12 more?
Yeah, it's double.
We gotta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your D8.
Are we betting on this, or do we just go for it?
That's up to you guys.
I'm willing to just run it all the way through.
All
Let's
right.
just run it all the
Just
way
quick
through then, yeah.
run all the way through. Roll all 3 dice. Count it up. And go. Start with Aelin.
My friends, it is just not your night.
Before you do that, I have to make an announcement. I'm using my inspiration to re-roll the D8. I will.
Okay.
Look, you got to use it on what matters in life.
Yeah. Swindling friends.
Incredible.
Swindling your coworkers.
Incredible. Gambling is the first inspiration usage.
Ah! Yeah, I'm going to hell. All right, full total. Let's go.
Aelin.
You want my full total? Okay.
Full total.
D8, I got a 6. D6, I got a 6. D4, I got a 4 for a total of 16.
Oh my god.
Ophelia.
I got a 9 total. 3, 2, and 4.
I also got a total of 9. With 4, 4, and a 1.
I
All
burned
right.
the bridges on this one, man. Damn, that's a lot of copper off the table.
Those 24 copper.
24 copper
Yeah.
from each of you. So Aelin is able to rake in 72 copper pieces.
You got to get that from me and 2 silvers and 4 coppers.
How much copper to gold?
100.
Okay. Okay, I need to do some math.
I knew that you guys were into Devil's Dice. I just didn't think you were that into it.
I got no choice but to put everything on the table when the man that carries me around says,
It's
"Let's
fun.
gamble."
Yeah, it's fun.
It'd be a
Oh,
disrespect to him if I didn't do it.
It's great.
I gotta keep these ones out just because, like, they're my lucky dice.
They're your luckies.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
They're gonna
And I
burn me. They're gonna burn me next time.
I don't mind using my inspiration on it because I know I'm gonna get more.
Mm-hmm. But as we go, as we move past this, is there any more conversations that anyone would like to have, or would you all like to head off for the night?
Yoi's gonna bathe and then go to bed.
All right. Yoi spends her bathhouse token.
I'm gonna go to bed and I'll bathe in the morning.
Okay. Is everyone going to bed?
Ophelia, content with her losses, is gonna have a couple of beers before bed.
Okay.
I should probably go like clean my wound too. Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, easy enough. Ophelia, you can. It's a copper per quick ale that you're able to get. So spend however much you want.
I could drink 19 beers.
I'm gonna have you make con saves after the first 5.
So you're saying I can drink 5 beers?
I'm saying when you hit the 5th one, con save.
Ophelia's gonna drink
4
the
beers.
tried and true 3 beers.
Okay. 3 coppers spent, beers down the hatch. Anyone else doing anything, or are we retiring? All right. Everyone finds their way to the 2nd floor, finds which of the 5 doors on the far side are yours. There's a little bit of trial and error for each of you, fumbling around in the dark bits of the early morning as you guys have had a very filled night. Each of you think about the strange people that you have broken out of jail with, and the new one that has just been unceremoniously tasked to work with you, keep an eye on you. I don't know. Some sort of conversation was had. But regardless,
I'm the new babysitter.
you're the new babysitter. Welcome. But regardless, sleep is something that is needed, and after wounds are cleaned, baths are had by those that wish, and suppers in the bellies of those who ordered. Sleep finds you all. And with that, we're going to end the session here, and end it with 2 bits of announcements. First of all, I'm going to make an effort to give out inspiration to a player I believe that deserves it at the end of session. This session, we're going to hand it out to Cody. Thank you so much for facilitating some lovely conversation and some even more high-stakes gambling, as we all love gambling. Second of all, how do you all feel about level 2?
Oh, I want that level.
So, we're gonna start up in the left corner. Helminia, please announce what level, if you know what you're taking, that you're taking, and then we're gonna roll some health.
I am taking a level in Wizard. I am Wizard maxing, and my archetype is now into play.
Yes.
And I am choosing Necromancy. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're doing Divination.
All right. Please roll your d6.
Oh, I don't want to, but I'll do it. Didn't I do
Do
it
it.
for
It's
you?
more fun. It's more fun to roll.
It's more fun to roll.
I get a 1. I'm never doing this.
I know. You say that every time.
No, I'm gonna bully you into it again at some point.
I rolled a 2. Same difference.
Okay.
12 HP, my ass. I'll roll again just to feel something.
Well,
That could have been a 6. No, I hate it here.
all right.
Should
Moving.
have saved my inspiration.
Moving around the circle. James.
I'm taking another level in Paladin. I get to choose my fighting style, I get some spell casting, and I get Divine Smite.
The power of God.
Yup.
The anime.
And I'm rolling a d10 for my health.
Oh, I forgot paladins have a good dice.
Do I get to reroll ones? Once? Is that what we did last time? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember if we were re-rolling.
We didn't. I don't think we re-rolled. You could, if you rolled a 1, you could either take it or take the average.
I'm gonna say right now, I'll double check what my Pathlios rules are, but right now James is keeping that 1.
I do remember, like, I think it was something. I think it was a reroll, and if you got a 1 again, you just had to stand on that.
I
But
will
we'll deal with that later.
I'll double check. This is James is already feeling the more difficult campaign.
Oh, no.
All right, with that being said and done, Jazz.
I am taking my second level in Artificer. So now I can infuse items. I don't have a specialty yet. I just get infusion. And I think that's it for my second level, other than obviously my HP.
100%.
And that is gonna 7 plus my con.
Hey, Jazz got a good roll.
Crazy. That is for a total of 8 because I only have a +1 in con. So for a total of 19 HP.
Sounds wonderful. All right, Suzanne.
I wasn't ready, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take my second level in monk.
Alrighty.
Which gives me key and some other shit. Ooh, we got a 5 on the dice for a 6.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
A nice, healthy middle. And finally, Aelin, Cody, what you got?
You might be using that inspiration faster than you thought.
Is that legit? Can I do? Am I allowed to do that?
Any dice roll you can use.
Oh man, but what if I roll a 2 and then roll a 1?
That's always the chance.
That's all right.
That's the nature of the game.
I will be taking my second level in fighter as well. I get action surge now, and
yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
I used mine.
You know
as a
what?
dice game. You could do better than me.
I might as well use my inspiration the day I get it. Because
Okay.
I don't want it to spoil.
You don't have to do that.
What if it spoils?
You have to do it. You have to do it.
I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. It's a 3.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh.
My constitution, I believe, is a +2, so I have a +7 to my 12 for 19 as well. I will match the goat.
Where'd you get the 7 from? 3 plus
That's
2 is
3
5.
plus 2.
3 plus 3 is what, 6?
3 plus 2?
Oh my god!
What are you saying?
Did
What?
you say
You have a
2?
college degree.
Help!
Did you say you had a +2 con? Right?
17.
There we go.
That's my total. Look, man, it's been a long night, okay? I just got off of a winning streak bigger than my entire life. I don't...
D&D allows us to act out our fantasies of winning low-stakes gambling games.
I can even tell you what spells I picked up too.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to let them know.
Oh, a 3 is so tough, man.
Well, you already know I was taking Identify, but this one's going to be very helpful for our breaking and entering operations. I took Find Familiar.
Ooh. We party. All right. But with that, thank you everybody so much for watching. My name is JC or Jacob. I've been your Dungeon Master for the evening and hope to be so the next week. Thank you, all 5 of these wonderful people, for joining me in Usapait, the land of opportunity? Maybe? We'll find out as we see what Becky has in store for you in the next session. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye now.